Hey everybody, I wanted to talk about vitamin C ascorbic acid. This is 1/4 teaspoon is 1,000 milligrams, and exactly what's in here is vitamin C ascorbic acid. No other ingredients. It's powder. One little thing that I noticed. This used to be $9.99. Same brand. They made a relabel of stuff, and it's $13.99 now. But I just paid for that. So, thanks coronavirus. Anyways, ascorbic acid, vitamin C. I don't know if any of you have heard of it, and it might have a bad name. But, let me tell you, it's very good. And I have a little information on it. So, ascorbic acid, vitamin C, it's been around since 1938. It's treated all kinds of cancers, H1N1 as well. Boost immune systems, cardiovascular, and it's an antioxidant. It does a lot more than that. We'll get to that. So natural vitamin C and synthetic vitamin C compared in research says that there is no difference between the two in biologically activity. So when it's inside you, when you ingest it, there's no difference. There's no difference of how natural and synthetic work in the body. There's no clinical difference between the two. I've found when trying natural vitamin C's or looking at the ingredients, they can get quite expensive if you're looking for ones that just have vitamin C in it. Without the additives, without the soy, all these things that they're putting in it that aren't good. I haven't looked at other ascorbic acid vitamin C's very often, but I have found some with the, if you get one with a buffer, that's going to have something in it to where when you ingest it, it can help you break it down. I don't use that one. I just used exactly what I want, ascorbic acid vitamin C. If I can go in for a B vitamin, B1, B2, B5, whatever, B12, I want B12 vitamins. I don't want B12 plus 3, 6, 10 different things in it. You should do the same thing. You shouldn't want any of that stuff. So, this is why I've used ascorbic acid vitamin C over the last 7-8 years. Is because of its healing properties and how good it is for your body. And, it can extend your life because it can reverse the telomeres that are breaking down in your body. It can keep you healthy, keep your cells healthy. It's very inexpensive. 10 to 14 bucks, that's pretty cheap. There is 226 servings in here. So, it's pretty nice. And see, what I've seen is with vitamin C and over the years, and seeing these guru doctors, these doctors are supposed to be very smart. They're on TV, Hollywood. They're well known. They don't know what they're talking about. If they looked at the research, they would know what they're talking about, but they have no clue. They don't look at the research about vitamin C, whether it be natural, whether it be ascorbic acid vitamin C. And why is there an attack on vitamin C? Because there's different ways they're attacking. Sticking fillers that aren't good for you. Soy is, rats won't even eat soy. Soy is horrible. Nobody should be eating soy. It's an estrogenic. Women shouldn't even be consuming soy. Nobody. It's the worst food on the planet. Nobody should be consuming soy. Why are they sticking that in our foods? Interesting enough, organic eggs. People that are all about organic. Be careful, because I work at a dairy. I get organic eggs. They're very expensive. They're feeding the chickens soy. But in the cage-free run eggs, they're not feeding them soy. They're feeding them a vegetarian. They don't have soy in it. So tell me which is the better egg. The organic one that's getting soy, or the one that's cage-free run that's not getting soy, eating a vegetarian diet of barley and grass and whatever out of the pen. So, here nor there, the thing is there's an attack on putting fillers in the vitamin C. And there's also an attack on vitamin C can't do this, vitamin C can't do that. Constantly. And people downplay how good vitamin C really is. Even in, look at Google. Look at all these. They'll talk about how good it is, but they won't tell you how really good it is. And that's why you might have ever heard, or you could look at it yourself, there's a few doctors that used vitamin C to, take away cancer completely. Interesting enough. Isn't that odd? Diseases. H1N1. There's a lot of things. But you have to be able to do it right. There's dosages. There's levels, amounts that you need to take. And there's a difference. And I'll get into that. But I've noticed, though, these guru doctors don't know what they're talking about. And I'm not a doctor. Interesting enough, I didn't go and get my degree. But I have a doctrine in seeing bullcrap. And actually, I got like 5 PhDs now on that. I think when I was 2 years old, I started figuring bullcrap out. But so when you're hearing about these doctors and so many people are listening to them, they believe everything they say. Why aren't they curing everybody? Or why are so many people still sick and on prescription drugs? If they're so good, why are people so sick and on prescription drugs? Think about it. See, the thing is, they have new ways, which doctors, they always want to come up with new ways. These new age doctors, they have abandoned the old ways of medicine and things that work for the body, that are good for the body. And these old ways work perfectly in the body. But we can't have that. No. We don't want that, I guess. We need to evolve. You guys have probably heard of that before. Doctors come up with better ways, and what do you get? Well, I'll let you guys answer that. How about that? Because, from what I've seen time and time again, a lot of evolving has gone in the wrong direction. I don't go to the doctor all the time, and I seem to never really have to go to the doctor for anything. I've literally had to not go to the doctor for really anything. Recently I have, for one thing, for two different things, I've gone to doctors. And I would have done it over if I would have done it for the Bell's. I had Bell's palsy, and and that wasn't too long ago. And then I went to the doctor for another issue with my throat. I got food stuck in my throat. It's kind of pathetic, but it did happen to me. And I could breathe and everything, and I was fine. But wasn't going down. So, and you know what? That's fine. They do some good stuff. But when it comes to seeing what's going on, and the attack on vitamin C, and the attack on natural stuff, and the attack on things that go with the body, yeah, I think they're stepping past. They forgot the real knowledge that's out there in the real research. So, with that being said, let's get into vitamin C deficiencies. Because if there's a deficiency because of vitamin C itself, then in the body, if it's not deficient, these will not be a problem. None of these. Okay? Vitamin C deficiencies in the body are immune system disorders, secondary infections, arthritis, pain, collagen disease, allergic reaction to drugs, foods, connected infections such as, infections such as like herpes. It's a vitamin C deficiency. It says rheumatic fever, scar fever, heart attacks, stroke, cancers, varicose veins, stretch marks, wear and tear on the cartilage, spine, nervous system, aging fast. That's a vitamin C deficiency. Interesting enough. So if you get vitamin C in you, these are all the things that vitamin C prevent and help. That's the research. That's what is the research on vitamin C and what it does for your body. So it does just more than boost the immune system. Remember that. The list goes on. There's a few other things on there. It was actually quite a bit, a long list. But I thought there was something pretty cool. If you take aspirin and vitamin C, it can increase cognition, increase your intelligence. That's pretty cool. And what it does is, when you combine vitamin C and aspirin, it goes to the brain and it breaks up the plaque. And it is allowing blood flow. Vitamin C is pretty amazing, and is needed for the body. So, I have an interesting story about when I was taking ascorbic acid and vitamin C. And the first time I took it, like once or twice. I bought some. And I hadn't taken it for a very long, 5-6 months. And I had woke up one day. I had to go to work. Kind of felt stuffed up. It wasn't feeling too good. I went to work. And I was at work all day. And I had a full-blown head cold. Just runny nose, stuffed up, throat hurting, and head hurt. I came home, and I was thinking at work, and I remember I watched this guy that was a scientist that he was feeling something in his body, tested himself, realized he had ammonia about to happen, and he took vitamin C, ascorbic acid, and I couldn't remember off the top of my head right now, because this was about 7-8 years ago, if he took 40,000 milligrams or 50. I believe it was 50. And he healed himself. After an hour, 1 hour, he took 50. He took every 10 minutes. He took 1,000 milligrams. And he tested his blood after an hour, and the ammonia was gone. And so I was like, I am a person that doesn't take people for their word at all costs, and who can trust doctors and scientists about everything, right? They're all across the board on a lot of things. Anyways, so they can't even agree amongst themselves. And so I decided, if that can work for him for ammonia, why can't it take away a head cold? So about every 5 or 10 minutes, I took a quarter teaspoon. I had ascorbic acid vitamin C crystal, which is a little heavier. It's around 1,200 milligrams of vitamin C per quarter teaspoon. I took 40, so I was at 4,800 milligrams of vitamin C within an hour. I took it about every 5 to 10 minutes, and I took 40 of those. And head cold, runny nose, everything stopped. Now I still had a stuffed up head. I was kind of foggy feeling, and so I still felt sick. Next day I woke up, wasn't sick. So I was like, that's pretty awesome. Very interesting how vitamin C and the power of it, and in high levels, that you can self-heal some stuff. And I was like, this is pretty awesome. So later on, I've done the same thing with essential oils and vitamin C and iodine, and I've added different things and made little things up, and I definitely think that vitamin C is amazing, and the things that it can do. Anytime I kind of feel a little stuffy, like any inflammation, I take 3,000 milligrams and gone. If you're eating any foods, you start to feel stuffy, avoid those foods in the future. Recognize that. But take some vitamin C. Take at least 3,000 milligrams real quick, and it'll clear you up. It'll help. And so there's another way to there's another way to take vitamin C of the correct dosage, so to speak. Because there's different doses what you want to take. If you're not having any problems in the body that you can feel, and you're just taking a normal dose each day, then you don't have to take crazy high levels like that. Now, if you're having an issue in the body, then you definitely want to take a high dosage of vitamin C. And it's not that bad for you. And there's a few things here. You can take your weight divided by 2.2, and then you times that by 350, and it'll give you let's say you had 170 pounds. 2.2 times, divided by 170, and you times that by 350, and you would get 2,700 milligrams. And so that's how much I should be taking every day. Now that's a lot. That's a lot of vitamin C. I don't take that much. But if you took that much, you probably would never get sick. Okay? And when you do take a lot of vitamin C, you will go to the bathroom. It will make you go to the toilet. Alright? And you're just gonna have to let that happen, because the things that'll come out, bacteria, heavy metals, toxins, viruses, it'll clear out a lot of stuff out of your body. Stuff that's been sitting in there, and that is good. That is really good for you. and it just needs to do what it needs to do. Just, and do your thing there, okay? I'm going to leave that at that. But I personally, on a daily basis, sometimes I quit taking vitamin C. I'll be consistent with it, and I stop taking it. And I found that's good for me. I can take it for a month or two solid, and then I just kind of stop for 2 to 3 weeks. And if there's a lot of people sick or, things like that, I'll probably continue to take it. But my go-to has been, not only is it essential oils, but it's mainly vitamin C and iodine. And I will eventually talk about iodine. This is glucose iodine. And people say that you cannot take this orally. There's a whole lot of stuff that people say you can't take orally. Certain essential oils. Turpentine. People say don't take turpentine orally. It says do not consume at all on it. No. That's not true. There's a lot of research on some of these things that you can definitely take. So, I also wanted to, for one, I'm going to take some vitamin C. It's super simple. You take a little bit of this, a little bit of water, and then I'm going to put some iodine in there, and I'm going to drink it. Just to show you it's safe. Best iodine that I've been able to find that is good is glucose iodine 5%. It's iodine, potassium, and iodine. 2-ounce bottle. It's amazing stuff. But I wanted to first let people know there's a good website that you can go to, and it's a good herbalist. And he's in Canada, but you can look up herbalists maybe in your state or not in your state, in different states that are herbalists. And you can even call them up and say, hey, I'm sick, I have this issue, or even a family member. You can call up a herbalist and ask them what to take. There are a lot of really, really good herbalists out there. They'll give you some great information. They're going to charge you. And you can go and look for that stuff and get it. A lot of this stuff's really easy to make, really easy to do. And anybody can do it. You just got to have the knowledge to do it, and you'll be able to do it. But Tony, his website is augmentforce50.webs.com. So it's AUGMENTINFORCE.50. So 50. .weds.com. And you can even email this herbalist. He will get back with you within that day or within like 3 days. If he doesn't get back to you in like 3 days, email him the same email. This guy's awesome. He loves doing what he does, and he loves taking the time to read emails and to respond to people and to give free information. And he doesn't charge people, tells you what to take, anything you're having issues with. And you can take it for what you want. If you want to do it. If you don't, whatever. And his email is independs@yahoo.com. INDEPENDZ@yahoo.com. So, those are some. That's one guy that I'd recommend, and his website. Tons of information on his website. He's from top to bottom. He's got it all, from chemtrails to just healthy healing naturally. So much things on there. So much information on there. So check it out. All right. So the vitamin C, quarter teaspoon up here, and it looks like this is barely in here. They got real fancy. Get plastic foil on the whole thing. It's probably the extra $1 right there. They charged me an extra $3 in their pockets. Let's see if you guys can. It's just a powder. It's pretty dense. It's not like a powder like a flour powder. It's a little tiny crystal powder. Okay, there's a little bit left, and I'm gonna put my water here. Quarter teaspoon. You just dump it in the water. Looks like I got just 2 teaspoons left in there. Okay. Just 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and another thing, this stuff is sour, so nothing tastes good that's natural, really. There's a few things, but sometimes I'll take one of these, but maybe like a teaspoon, because it's like 4,000 milligrams, or I'll take something like that, and then I'll take 1 scoop. I put it on my tongue. I take the water, and I just drink it down. I like it that way. It's a lot easier for me to drink it down. But I just leave one of these little teaspoons back in here. Okay. So it's all at the bottom there. I didn't bring a spoon. That's alright. Just stir it up. And then the iodine. This is good for your thyroid. Okay? Hormone. This will balance your hormones out. This got so many healing properties. This will wipe out any bacteria in the blood. It's they've used it for healing, problems with the eyes. There's so many different things when I go into talking about this of the healing properties that they've used it for. And I've taken 10 drops at a time of this stuff. If you ever take this glucose iodine, 1 drop, start out with 1 drop. Don't take more. You can test if you're low in iodine. Take a drop. Rub it on your wrist. Okay? Rub it in your wrist there. Just a little drop. And if it's gone within, 6 or 8 hours or something like that, then I think it's 6 hours. If it's gone within 6 hours, you're not low. If it's still sitting there, if it's gone within 6 or 8 hours, you are low. If it's still sitting there, you're not low. Excuse me. But you notice the color didn't change, and with vitamin C, ascorbic acid, if you put anything that's dark in here or whatever, it makes it clear. It's kind of cool. So, anyways, I'm giving this a little bit of a swirl here more, so I can drink it down. But yeah, vitamin C, it's amazing. If you can get it from foods, if you can get it naturally, do it. If you're skeptical of taking it by this research, though, shows, that there's no difference. Okay. Now it's just water. Drink it down. Sour. Recommendation. Scoop, stick it on the tongue. Drink it down. Barely gets sour. Anyways. Add some vitamin C to your life. We're probably all deficient. It's good for you. And not only that though, anytime I'm starting to get something sick or something like that, I pray to the Lord. I take it to the Lord. I try to take it to the Lord first. And not only do I take it to the Lord, I do start adding things to my body. And there's times too where I'm not eating very clean. And, it doesn't help. So, start eating cleaner. And somehow you get back in these bad habits a little bit. And so, in the scripture in Psalms 42:11, it says, "Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted with me? Hope thou in God, for I shall yet praise him, who is the health of my countenance and my God." And I think about God, the ultimate doctor, the ultimate healer, the ultimate of everything. He's created this earth. He's created the stars, the sun, the moon. He's created us. And created everything in the earth. God is so great. And that's what we need to put our faith in when we ask for healing, and we ask for him to help us with the struggles in the body that we have. And these things are, a blessing to have in our lives, to be able to take these things as well. And so I just wanted it to be an encouragement to take it to the Lord first, but also know that there's a lot of great things out there that you can take and add to your daily life and add to when you need it as well. So, God bless, and you guys take care.